Hey, y'all know me, dropping in to spread a little tea. And you know how we do it, so let's get right into it.
Okay, first I want to give my quick shout outs to my super chat givers. First, I want to shout out Lakey for the 2 super chats within the last couple of weeks. Anita, Patricia, Precious, Jerry for the last 3 super chats in the last couple of weeks. Call Me Carmel and Cancer66. Thank you guys. I so appreciate you. Now let's get into this content. So y'all know the case with Akira and her ex-husband Tim, Brenay and her ex-husband Devin. You know that Akira filed alienation of affection against her for ruining her marriage, and she took her to court and won 1.75 million, right? Okay, so Brenay went on the news and did an interview saying she wouldn't see a single dime. Brenay's mother also said it as she was walking out of court. Well, Brenay tried to be slick. Well, before I tell you what she did, Brenay's content has been her shopping, doing like shopping hauls. And I was wondering, like, how she gonna keep this up after she lost her case in court because she owed money out now. So how is she gonna be out shopping and still owe? Well, let me tell y'all what she did. She went and made that first payment and paid $2. $2. And the court said, okay, you wanna be fun? You wanna play? We finna take it from you. So Akira went and filed a writ of execution. And now let's get into what this means. Okay, so what this means is, say you owe somebody $1.7 million and you go pay $2. Okay, basically you being petty as hell. And that's just like you owing $1,000 for rent and going to pay $1. She's basically looking the judge in the face saying, okay, you say I owe and I gotta pay, but I'm finna be petty and drop this $2. So all that did was piss the court off and make the creditor move faster. So y'all saw the screenshot from the court record, right? It said writ of execution issued 11/26/2025. So let me break this down to y'all. A writ of execution. It means the court said she don't want to pay. We gonna send the sheriff after her. We going to get our money. We ain't being nice anymore. She trying to play games. We gonna play harder. That right there was the green light for the sheriff to show up at her house, freeze her bank account, seize her car, put a lien on her property, grab anything of value inside her home. This is the last step before the court literally sends people to come and get their money. That's why you saw those subpoenas to Apple, PayPal, Cash App. They tracking every dollar she touches. So she can't play broke when the court is looking at everything in her digital wallet. She can't even act like she don't have it. Now, people were asking, can't she file bankruptcy? Well, she can file bankruptcy. But that's not how this works. She can file bankruptcy. Anybody can. But alienation of affection judgments cannot be erased in bankruptcy. This is the type of debt that don't go away in bankruptcy. So when it comes to that, she pretty much screwed. And I think she already knows that, but a lot of people have been asking that when I'm watching different content. They ask that in the chat, so I just thought I would address it. Now, a judgment like this, it lasts 20, 30 years depending on the state. And guess what? It can be renewed. That means she can be 40, 50, 60 years old, still owing this money. And I'm sure she will be. Every job they can garnish, say they garnishing one job and she said that ain't enough, I can't afford to live, I got to go get another job, they going to garnish from that job too. Every bank account they can freeze. Every refinance, they get paid first. Every home sale, they get paid first. This judgment is glued to her. She cannot escape this. And get this, every day the interest is adding up. So if y'all wondering what happens after a writ of execution, the sheriff knocks, knock, knock, either to serve papers or to come inside your home and see what it is worth anything that they can take. They finna freeze all them bank accounts within days. They finna put liens on any property in her name. Like I said, they finna garnish her checks. Like, she thinks that this is a joke. I don't know why she thought this was a joke. Like, my thing is this. Okay, if they felt like they were so in love with one another and they just could not be without one another, like why act on that while they're married? You know what I'm saying? Why? Okay, they can confess their love to one another, and he could divorce his wife, she could divorce her husband, and then they could have been together. But they was so adamant on throwing this in their ex husband and wife face that they didn't think. They didn't think. And y'all know Tim was due back in court for when he showed up in court with the Pum Pum and Brenay's briefcase, but he was carrying it. Remember, he was arrested the day in court and she bonded him out. Well, he had to go back to court. They continued it to January 26th, I believe. That's we gonna have our journalists down there, them women from TikTok who was down there with Brenay and Tim in Akira's case, because that's when Devin has to be in court with Tim suing him January 22nd. So that's still going to be going on. So they're going to stay down there and give us all the coverage. But the bottom line is this, okay? No bankruptcy is going to save her. If she files, the debt still gonna stay, the interest still gonna grow, the sheriff still gonna come to the door, the subpoenas are still gonna keep coming, the creditor still gonna have full power to collect, and the judgment follows her for decades. That 1.75 million, it ain't going anywhere. She can't run, she can't move, she can't switch jobs, she can't delete the app, she can't pretend that she don't have it, because guess what? The courts see what's going on. They gonna know everything coming in and out. A writ of execution is the beginning of a nightmare for her. I can't believe that she went and did that. Like, you really thought this was a joke. You went and paid $2. God damn, this girl crazy. And just think, I don't see Devin losing his case. He's suing Tim. I don't see him losing. And the reason I don't see him losing is because Akira didn't lose. Tim broke up Devin and Brenay's marriage, and Brenay broke up Tim and Akira's marriage. It's that simple. Y'all let me know what y'all think below.
I want to take pictures.
You want to take a picture with Santa? I want to tell you something.
Huh?
I am Santa. You know that? The Santa Claus do not fit down the chimney. He ain't never been down the chimney. He ain't never bought you no gifts. Mommy buy your gifts. You know that? Mommy. Okay? I just want you to know that. Your mother. At mommy house, your mother buy the gifts. No man with a big beard comes down the chimney, okay? So you say you want to take a picture with Santa Claus? Okay, so that means you want to sit on my lap and take a picture?
So what do y'all think about this conversation Briana had with her daughter? Do you guys think that this was a conversation that she should have had with Robert before letting her daughter know that there is no such thing as Santa Claus? Now, I agree with her with telling her. I told my son that, but he wasn't as young as her. I did let him enjoy it until he was about, I believe, 7 or 8. And that's when I was like, no, mommy and daddy is Santa Claus. Like it's us. But I can recall when I did have that conversation, I made sure that was a conversation that me and my husband, his dad, had before, I told him that there was no Santa. It was mom and dad. So, do you guys agree with parents telling their children at such young age that there is no Santa Claus, or do you believe that it's not right to take that away from them? Comment below and let me know. Now let's get into this next video.
Came to see my daughter.
No, nigga.
Wait a minute. Hey, hold up. Hey, hello. I'm dead serious. It's been 10 years. I ain't seen my
Exactly. So how the fuck you can get my address?
What you mean? How I got your address?
Don't bring that shit over here.
So I can't see my. Hold up. I'm saying I can't see my daughter.
Hey, go get the tools. Cause this nigga think he finna come to my motherfucking house after all these motherfucking
I
years.
just got out of jail. So I can't see my
Take
daughter.
your ass back, nigga. You stay on my porch, you're going back.
So I can't see my daughter.
Absolutely
So
not.
I can't look. Can I look to see if she in there or not?
Man, this nigga overly loaded.
So hey, I open the door like so. So serious. I can't see my daughter. Can I at least see how she look now? Can I see how she look? Where she at? Where she at? Can I go in? Or what, who kids are those? You done had more kids now?
Keep standing right there. I'm finna show your ass.
So you done had more kids? Can I come in?
Keep standing right there. I'm finna show your ass.
Can I see my daughter? Sanaya! Angel! Jamaica! Where's my kids at? So nobody knows I'm here. Nobody knows I'm in here. Okay. Y'all got a crew up in here. What the? Oh, yeah, y'all deep. What the hell? Okay. Oh, that's her hiding.
It's said that he did 10 years for a crime that he did not commit, and just popped up at his daughter mama's house and wanted to see his daughter. Do y'all believe he deserves a second chance to get to know his daughter? Comment below. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna get into our last story for the day. Y'all want to watch this one to the end.
Okay, story time on how I was on fentanyl, perks, yerks, whatever you want to call it, and I recovered. It started with me taking yerks for pain or whatever. I had got my jaw broke while I was pregnant with my daughter. She's 7 years old now. But yeah, I got my jaw broke. The doctor prescribed me some yellow T194s. And that's when my journey began. So, when the doctor prescribes you these medications, they don't tell you about the withdrawal or none of that. And they don't even try to wean you off. On top of that, addiction starts with a traumatic experience. Also, I am a creation of an addict. My mom, she was a heroin addict and a crack cocaine addict. And she did all this while pregnant with me. So, back to the story. So, yeah. That began with the T194s. When I ran out of T194s, I eventually graduated, but I had already had my baby. So I gave birth to my daughter while I was incarcerated. So I had a C-section. So I could spend more time with her. And I guess the addict in me wanted more perks while I was incarcerated. So they cut me while I was incarcerated. I was in the bed, handcuffed to the bed, but yet I was getting pink panties. Yep, so when I got released, I still had that addict mentality. And in my mind, I'm still hurt. So, yeah. It was one nice, gloomy day in Memphis, Tennessee. South Memphis, to be exact. I was looking for some 30s, and I couldn't find no 30s. And, I had my mama with me, and she was like, Pooh, you sick or whatever, you D-sick or whatever, a 10th of boy, which is H, it'll take that feeling right away. And I was like, for real? She was like, yeah, it's the same thing, the only difference, the doctor prescribed the medicine, but the street niggas prescribed this medicine. So I been vulnerable, guttural, feeling terrible, like I'm finna die. I went and got me a 10th abort. And that's when the roller coaster started. And what an addict or nobody else don't tell you, you finna get sucked in a whole nother realm of addiction. So it started with that 10th abort. That 10th abort took me to another 10, took me to 2 for the 15, took me, I'm talking about down the bad road. And I was cute, I was real cute, I was pretty, all that, you know what I'm saying? Didn't nothing change right away. But then as I started nodding and looking crazy, I ain't want everybody to know I was on board. I want everybody to still think, oh, she fucking on pills. Like, it's a big difference. So in Memphis, I guess it is a big difference, but in reality, it ain't a big difference. If you on Yerks, you on Yerks. If you on H, you on H. You really, no drug is bigger than the other one. That's what people gotta understand. No drug is bigger than the other one. So I started doing CC, the powdery stuff, to stay awake. And that's speedballing. So I done started a whole nother roller coaster. Then, not even knowing I was pregnant, boom. I was already addicted. It was too late. One thing I can say is being an addict, don't nothing matter but that next fix. So no, I could not stop. No, I could not get my shit together for my baby that was inside of me. And this is why every time I have a baby, 9 times out of 10, I will have to fight the system. But you only really have to fight if you got something else in your system. Like, say, when I had him, I was on my medication. And they got it confused, and I had a situation going on with my daughter, and they opened up another case. If you got a case already open and you give birth, boom, that's right for them to take your baby in Tennessee. But as you can see, I got my baby because I'm sober, the fuck? And I had to do what I had to do to prove that. But yeah. And Dad started a whole wave with a history, or giving me history of having CPS and DCS in the business. But how I graduated to fentanyl, I graduated to fentanyl because the H was running out. And the fentanyl, it took less of it, it was cheaper, and it got me there faster. But one thing about fentanyl, you cannot do that shit and be like, oh, I'm finna get my life together, I'm not doing this no more. Get out of detox or get out of rehab and go back, because every time you stop doing opiates, your tolerance get lower and lower. And I fucked around and found that out 13 times. I died. I used to wake up on the side of streets, in the middle of the street. The goddamn ambulance and hit me with Narcan. And I'd be like, man, I wasn't dead. I was asleep. Mad in the motherfucker. You blew my eye. Bitch, you was dead. Okay? Dead as a doorknob. So, how I recovered one day, I just got tired. Like, I got tired of being sick, and I got tired of not being around my kids, because once I heard my son's voice one day, and I was so sick, and I feel like I couldn't talk to him, I said, oh, no, this ain't the life for me. And then my kids, while I was on drugs, they never seen me, so while I was doing the drugs, I was out there for like 3 to 4 years. So I missed like 3 years of my kids' life, of my 7-year-old and 13-year-old life. And I just made a decision to stop. And those decisions even affected my son in the back seat, even though I didn't do drugs with him. So no, I don't smoke weed. I don't do none of that. Mine mainly because I'm pregnant. I know and believe and know in my heart, yes, I can, blow some gas And no, I'm not finna be out there smoking hard or doing boy. But due to me being pregnant and really that shit, all that shit, even weed, just a waste of money. Like, it's coping skills you can take in and do and try to, okay, cut up then BMW. It's coping skills you can do to cope with society when life get hard. It's breathing exercises. But yeah, I'm running out of time, y'all, so that's it. So I'm sober. I'm in Group P. Hopefully I can touch somebody, you know what I'm saying? I don't judge nobody. You see me with some drink, most likely I got this shit prescribed. Don't get it confused. But it is what it is. Only God can judge me. Period. And it's my birthday, bitch. Not too much on my tongue. I eat cornstarch. I'm pregnant. Of course I eat cornstarch.
Yeah, okay, so I don't like interrupting story times. So I'll wait to the end to give my opinion. The part that tore me up was the fact that her mother was the one that introduced her to Boy and convinced her that that was the same thing, you know, the same thing that she had been taking. Like, ooh, that was a lot. But y'all head over to this queen's page and uplift her in the comments and keep her encouraged. Well, guys, that's all the commentary I have for now. As always, thanks for watching. I will talk to you shortly. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a video. Don't forget to support your Black-owned businesses. Visit ours in the link below.